We are live, baby. We are live. We are live. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday night. Tuesday night, right? Yeah, I'm getting my days running together here lately. We're getting so close to the holidays, everybody running around and everything. And I just want to touch on this episode because that's, especially in these times, it really brings up some heavy thoughts and all that, especially as a dad, as a parent, as a husband. It's a lot, especially these times. So I don't know. I was doing some praying slash meditating the other day, and I feel like this is something that I need to be talking about. So tonight we are going to be talking about depression. It sounds depressing whenever you say, "Yeah, we're going to talk about that," but I feel like it's an issue that needs to get addressed. That I'd like to talk. You know, because a lot more people deal with depression than they let on in society. You know,
Oh, yeah, they really do. There's a lot of people who deal with depression that you wouldn't even actually think is dealing with depression.
yeah. So, some people just wear the mask
Oh, yeah.
like so good. Some
It's
people do.
they're very good at putting that mask on, at putting up that front, and
Mm-hmm.
then something happens, and then it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, when the depression sets in and the mask comes off, that's whenever you see the real monster, and it's not good, you know. And we as a society need to find better ways to deal with depression and understand it more. We need to quit looking at things with like just solely looking at it medically and physically. Like what is physically and medically wrong with you? We need to put the spirituality back into it, because you are a spiritual being, you know?
Yes, we are. All of us are. And being able to connect to the Father during that
Yep.
while you're going through a really deep low in depression, as low as those lows are, being
Mm-hmm.
able to have that foundation and connect with God is something that I really think could help a lot of people.
Right. It really can. It helped me. It helped me like quite a bit. Um, I do deal with depression. I've actually been diagnosed by two different doctors with having chronic depression, chronic anxiety, and chronic PTSD. Um, it does suck at times, and I and that's why I say I wish that we knew more about it and we could understand all aspects of it, including the spiritual, because um the more that I delved in and became submissive, or I guess you could say just like let go,
Yeah.
the more I just let go and just had that faith, it really has helped. It's crazy. Letting go anchors you.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's kind of like you're you're giving in or something to be free. Because it's
Right.
you give yourself over to Jesus Christ so he can free you of whatever it is that is making you sad, whatever it is that is anchoring and holding you down into that depression. He's there to
Mm-hmm.
take all of that off of you and to free it from you.
Yeah, he really is, and it's beautiful. Um, because yeah, I mean the type 1 diabetes, it does wear on me, and especially these last like 5 years of having it, because I've almost had it 20 years now. Um, So it is like starting to wear on me, and in these last 5 years I've grown out of that like little boy fantasy of, oh, I can beat this disease, and I'm transitioning into the adult thinking of, no, you're just here to manage the disease. There's no beating it. You're just managing it. And even coming to that realization, some depression came along with it, because it was like, damn, man, this is like as good as it gets. Fuck.
Yeah.
And but it is that faith I have that the better tomorrow is gonna be here, and not just for me, you know, like also for the future of this planet, you know, this plane, this earth, or because I have children that I want to see go on and live happy lives and everything.
Yeah, and whenever we're letting that depression take us over,
Yeah.
that we don't realize it, but it really bleeds into those that we love, and it affects them more than it's realized.
It really does. Because like I've said, like, I'm trying my best to be a disciple. I don't want to be a Catholic. I don't want to be a Christian. I don't want to be a Baptist. I don't want to be a Methodist. I want to be a disciple. And hopefully one day I can become an apostle. I doubt it. My jabroni ass. I think I cuss too much. I don't think I qualify just off of my swearing language.
Oh goodness.
They would be like, get out of here. I'd be like, fuck. That's what we're talking about. But there was that time in my life where I knew of God, but I didn't really understand him. And I didn't really understand like what he was doing. And I still don't fully. Like I've said, if you run into anybody that says they know, like, run the fuck away from them, because they are just a snake oil salesman trying to sell you lies. But I am man enough and aware enough to know that I was putting God in a box, and I was expecting him to act inside the parameters that I've set. And that's not fair, because this was all here before me, and this is going to be here after me. So for me to show up and expect it to just get in line because I'm here, well, that is just so selfish and egotistical, and speaking from a place of privilege. It's not even funny,
Right.
When you get down to the nitty gritty of it.
Right. Yeah. But whenever you were trying to take God out of that box, has that helped you with your healing process, or whenever
Yeah.
you're in those lows, to having God there and taking him out of that box and being able to see that there may be something else that's going on that has nothing to do with you at all, you know?
Yeah, it did. Like taking God out, it was kind of like, the best way I can describe it was it was almost like my soul got to take like a shower. Because once I took him out of that box, I was able to really just kind of like step back and like look at it all, and then I was able to take moments where it's like, no, this is where you need to hold yourself accountable. No, this is where you messed up. And it was moments like that I didn't want to come face to face with, and ultimate realizations like, no, you're never getting rid of this disease. Get that out of your head. And like I said, that came with its own sets of depression,
Right.
at first.
Right. Yeah, but that's something, because it was also, you have to also mourn the death of the person that you thought that you could be and the person that you wanted to be. And you have to accept the person that God has made you, and just the path that you're on in this plane, in this reality at this moment, because it's not what you're going to be on forever.
Mm-hmm. Because that is almost what I feel like true, like, baptism is, because to say that like you're not going to get into heaven because nobody dunked you in some water while you were here, like, that's crazy.
Right.
But to like really take on the Lord and make yourself vulnerable like that and open yourself up, take him out of that box, take you out of the driver's seat. You're not driving. You're just he wants you in the passenger seat while this is his trip, you know? But he loves you so much. He wants you to experience it too.
Yep. I know one thing that I would always hear you say whenever you're, especially in those lows, and
Mm-hmm.
I would hear you go to your closet and pray. It was always, shatter your heart and have it rebuilt in His image.
Yeah, and I truly believe that, and I meant that. That was like what I'm like saying with like just opening yourself up. I was praying for him, just break my heart into millions of pieces and build it back the way that you want it, the way that you want my love and my heart to get put out there into the world. Because obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing it wrong. I need your help.
And also, you have to think that all of those things that have broken your heart and have shattered it, those were all those lessons that He was trying to teach you to shape you into that person that He wants you to become. So whenever you're ready for that to completely shatter, because you don't want to take control and try to keep those pieces together the way that you're trying to force them to be, and you let them completely shatter and take all of the control that you are trying to keep over that out of it. Yep. And you give it to God and just let Him take control. That's when you can truly start to heal and have your heart, like you said, have it rebuilt in the image that He has for you, because it's all of those lessons that He's been trying to teach you. And yes, it led you into a depression.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
But but through that depression, I was taught so many things.
You're made stronger.
I was forged in that fire better. I'm not gonna say I'm indestructible or anything.
I'm not gonna say you don't still have.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my days where I get tired of it. It's like, you got to change the pump sites. You got to go to the doctors. You got to give the blood. You got to take this fucking medical surveys. You got to fucking get poked and prodded. Then you got to go take more medicine.
And just all the alarms on the pump that
all
go
the
off
alarms
constantly.
going off. And that's just my shit.
Yeah.
And then I got to run around doing stuff for the kids. We got to take them to their sports practices. We got to take them to their after school activities. We got to take them to their friends' houses, and then, I mean, thank God, like right now in the winter, that gives me like a little bit of breathing room as far as like work, because it does like slow down pretty good, almost coming to like a creep for like December to like February. That's nice. That gives me like a little bit of break. But then, other than that, you're running back and forth to work. I'm running back and forth to work. Running the kids around. It gets to be a lot, and it gets overwhelming. And that depression does manage to make its way in, because I'm going so many different directions, and I'm just letting those cracks just open up, and that's all it needs. It's like the fucking Terminator from T2 just oozes through, just
yeah,
like motherfucker.
Yeah, it's that one little crack, like you said, and then it seeps in, and it starts getting all those doubts and those insecurities and those vulnerabilities that you're not wanting to be exposed, and all of that stuff is just starting to then just ooze out, and it's toxic, because once that
it is
one little one goes, then it's like a waterfall.
And I notice it too, like whenever I do, like especially if I hit like a really bad depression, and it gets to the point where like, yeah, I just kind of want to sit, I don't want to do anything, I just want to be on the couch, don't talk to me. Like, I will even notice myself, like, dude, like, you're, like, because, I mean, the kids, like, I'm a big personality with the kids and everything. They love doing stuff with Dad.
Yeah.
Dad's the big kid they can play with most of the time.
Yeah.
But they know that Dad just because of his sickness, Dad gets sad sometimes, and it's crazy, man. Like I see it affecting them, and I'm like, shit. And then that even builds on it more sometimes, and it makes me more depressed. Where I'm like, fuck, dude, you're such a piece of shit that you're making everybody else sad around you. But that's just that sin and that devil talking to you. That's because that is a huge aspect, I believe, of depression. It is just, it's a demon. Depression is a demon. It is a demon that is just seeped. It's probably one of the original sins.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah.
It's got to be one of the original something. you
Yeah,
know?
it's one of
And
the
it's just
worst.
embedded in us,
Yeah.
like anxiety too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just one of those Elohims or spirits that's, one of the OGs, been around forever, and it's just embedded in us now. And it's just a constant battle with it.
Yeah.
And then that's why I say we need to understand the spiritual aspect of it, because the more we delve into this crazy tech like Neuralink, metaverse, and then all these different social media platforms, like there's fucking 12 of them. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel tagging all my socials in
Oh
these
my
fucking
gosh.
descriptions.
Oh my god, for real.
Like, it's crazy. But I mean, you even got to do that just to keep up if you want to have like an online presence or anything like. And that's even demanding. And whenever you don't see results in it, you can get depressed as well.
Yeah.
And that sucks
Yeah.
too.
It does, because you're doing this to help your
Anybody
combat your
that's
depression.
Yeah, like there are some people that use this to help forms of combating their depression.
Right.
I like, especially TikTok. I like using my TikTok for posting cool game clips and tips and funny trolls and memes, and then some funny clips or something, like, ooh, risque, that we said in the podcast, just to kind of give you a break from everyday life, just kind of like, oh, like you see, oh, there goes Roshi doing a fucking backflip on a dirt bike trying to snipe somebody. Oh, he got killed, dumbass.
Right.
Like just give you something to watch. Just get away from that. Just break. Just even if it's that little escape that can give you that little slice of happiness throughout the day. I know that ultimately that makes my Father happy. Jesus Christ, my Father, that makes him so happy seeing you happy for that sliver of a second, and that makes me happy.
Right.
That's super dope.
Right. Yeah.
That helps my depression.
Yep.
That helps my depression, knowing that I can do that.
Yeah, because even if it's somebody being like, stupid, like you said,
Yeah,
dumbass,
like, even
and
if
they're
they
like
laugh,
making
just
fun
like,
of it or whatever,
yeah,
it's like,
like,
okay, whatever, it made you laugh for a second.
right? Like, did you smile?
Yeah.
Were you happy there for like a second?
Yeah.
I don't care what you say to me because they're just wordy words.
Exactly.
Sticks and stones, love.
Right. Yeah. What you ultimately think of me does not matter.
Yeah, like he's got his views, and that's all I care about.
Right. Exactly. It's about trying to boost people's spirits, bring happiness, bring joy, bring love.
Because depression sucks, bro.
It's hard.
Depression is and it's growing so rapidly.
It really is. It's really scary to see how it's affecting the younger and younger generations a lot more heavily than it ever, I feel like, has ever really affected our kids in the past.
Yeah, it's almost like it's becoming like a norm just for kids to have anxiety or depression.
Yeah.
Another big thing I think that we should look into is our diets.
Oh, for sure.
That has also helped me with my depression as well. Is I had nutritionists and dietitians that were quote unquote more way left thinking. They were more into me wanting me to eat fake meats, tofus, vegetables.
Eat like a bird.
Yeah, eat like a bird, eat grains, things like that. And I started getting really, really, really sick. Like, it was almost a vegan diet. It was pretty much the only meat that I was consuming was mainly chicken and fish. And it was very rarely that I would eat those, And I was starting to get really, really sick. And I even noticed like I was becoming micro deficient. So went and got with a new doctor and everything. And my depression was getting worse, and then I went and got with a new doctor. She hooked me up with a new dietitian and a new nutritionist, and they pretty much put me on a meat and fruit, white rice and white potato diet. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and praise it and be like, oh man, it's meat based, it's animal based, it saved my life, blah, 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 blah. No, I think it was just my body needed to get back to the basics of real food.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's factual that there is a lot of health benefits in red meat, and in liver. If you cook liver, like, it's delicious. It's good, and it's good for you. And if you can't do it, I suggest that you take like some like liver pills, like liver substitute pills, because it really does help. Like, don't listen to all this hype and all these guys like Liver King, Carnivore MD, and all this other stuff. Just sit back and just trust me that it does work, and it does help.
It's basically just getting back to our ancestral type of. I mean, I know that is
the
what
ancestral living with
yeah,
Liver King
and I get
shit,
that, like, not like that, but I mean, like, actually look at how our native like ancestors ate.
Like the natives in, because that was another thing I looked at too, was what my people ate.
Yeah.
What they ate a lot of wild game.
Yeah, and it's like where you're from, like you're like your people, because that is a thing, like wherever you live, like your diets are different, so your body reacts differently to food, all kinds of stuff. So everyone's different. Know your family history. Know what kind of foods like work best for your family history.
Yeah, exactly. Like an Italian is going to be able to pound down pasta, no problem. Me, I got a little bit. I can't really do the noodles that often.
Right.
It's just better for my diet and everything. But cleaning up the diet, that's another thing that's a big one that I really think would help anybody dealing with depression and, like, I guess you could say like a brain fog.
Yep, that's what I was going to say too. That is something that I feel like certain foods do give you. They give you a certain type of just like brain fog where you just don't care, you don't pay attention. So then it makes you then to start spiraling downwards into a depression that you weren't really expecting.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's scary. So if you are dealing with that, I would consider talking to your doctor and maybe seeing if you could get a what is the word I'm looking for? What's the fucking paper they give you to go see the specialist? Recommendation?
Oh,
referral.
Referral, yeah.
Referral. God, I couldn't think of the fucking word.
Too. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I totally like etch a sketch, like clean slate, like couldn't remember shit. Like, what's your name? I don't know. But go and I would go and talk to your doctor and see if you can get a referral. Maybe go talk to an endocrinologist or a nutritionist or a dietitian and see if there are aspects in your diet that you can change. Because also too, a big thing with depression is I know it's hard, and I got to do it every time too, but we have to hold ourselves accountable and pull ourselves up by those bootstraps, and we got to get it done.
And just know the people around you actually do love you.
They do love you. It's that demon talking in your ear.
And if you don't have the people around you that actually love you, and the people around you are the ones feeding into that depression, then please get help, get out, do what you have to do for yourself, because you don't need that in your life.
No, because you are loved. Yes. I don't know you. I love you.
Yes.
I want the best for you. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to be virtuous. I want you to get everything out of life that you could possibly want and more. And I want you to go around and spread love and spread good. I don't want you to be depressed. And especially if your depression is caused by abuse, please get out.
Oh my God, yes.
Please get out. It is not worth it. It's not worth holding on to that abuse. Children, teenagers, if you're dealing with abuse, I understand. That is something that is very, very hard to deal with and very, very hard to try and get handled.
But there is help, and there are people out there that you can reach out to and to get help, and know that you have the power over your life. You are the one who controls your life and what ultimately happens to you. So get out, get help.
You have the free will.
You do. There's nothing holding you back. So, I mean, I understand that there might be fearful of whoever it is that you may feel is actually physically holding you back, but there will be times that you can slip away. Slip a note to a waitress at the bar, at a restaurant, at a teller when you're going to the bank. Slip it into the thing and send it up with the teller. Like, get help. People
If you're a
care.
kid, talk to your teacher, talk to your principal, talk to your counselor, talk to the police, talk to the school police officer.
Don't let that person make you think that nobody cares about you, because I promise you that there are people out there that care about you and will do whatever they can to get you out of that situation once you say that you want out.
Yep. We're two of them.
Yeah.
If you were, especially if you were a child and you were a complete stranger and you were like, you know, my parents are abusing me, like physically, verbally, or especially sexually, you know, God forbid. But if you were like, I need help, please help me. Yeah, I got you, bro. Where's daddy at? We're throwing hands. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Don't worry about that. Your daddy ain't gonna be a problem for you no more.
Yes.
But I'm gonna need you to call my lawyer.
Yeah. Oh god. No. But seriously though, there's absolutely people out there, and yes,
Absolutely.
we are
Absolutely.
completely one of those people to reach out to try and get help. Everybody needs help.
So just think about that. If you're watching this live stream, if you're watching it after we post, if you're listening on Spotify, we are complete strangers to you. And we care about you and would do that. So that should show there are people like that, strangers around you that will do that. Don't give in to that demon. Don't give in to that depression thought, that muck, that guck, just the scum of it. Don't give into it, okay? Stop listening. People do care about you. People do love you, even if it is complete strangers. And it is a hard pill to swallow whenever your family doesn't really want you. I mean, I deal with that. I don't have a great relationship with my real father. I don't have a great relationship with my mother. My mother is divorced from my stepfather, who actually did a lot of the abuse to me, like growing up. You know, nothing sexually or anything like that. Just physical and verbal. But they're not even together anymore. I don't talk to him anymore. I don't even know what he's doing, you know. And I wish him no ill will. God bless you, man. I hope that you have a great life. I'm just not going to be in it. But like, I get it. You know, it sucks whenever they don't like really want you around, you know, and they don't really want to do anything with you. And they just kind of like toss you to the side. Like, that sucks. And then whenever you have to deal with abuse as well, I get that. I get that. It's really, really fucking hard. It's really hard. But just go to that closet and find him. Let go of what you're trying to control and let him grab onto it. Let him grab a hold of you. He wants to scoop you up so tight and hold you close. Just let Jesus get you, man. He has got you. Go to that closet. You know, it does help. Because even back when I was going through that and I would still keep God in a box, a lot of his teachings still did help get me through what I was going through. You know? And that was all him. I give him all the power to that, because my mother was not a religious person. She went to like Catholic school and everything, but we never went to church. We never went to Sunday school. We never this, we never that. You know? Like, I did a little bit with my grandma. She was really into the church. She was in the choir, everything like that. So whenever I would come back up here to visit her, she would take me to Sunday school, take me to church every Sunday. But the rest of the time when I was with my mother, nope. And my stepfather, hell no. He didn't even really believe that there was anything after you died. He thought that like it was just lights out.
That's scary.
Yeah, so like for me to even get through it with him like that, to have Jesus pull me through it like that with the in the box backwards thinking I still had, like, that's a miracle itself.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's crazy.
He'll drag you out of wherever it is that you're at because he wants you. He doesn't care where you're at. He doesn't care what you're doing.
He wants you so bad. Yeah. He hates depression probably the most.
Yeah, because it's something that really takes his children away from him, because all that negativity and that that it puts on you, and you start to believe Like, it really is all that doubt and all that shame and all the lies.
It is.
That,
It's just lies.
yeah, and you cannot listen to all those lies because it's not the truth, you
'Cause
know?
he's probably sitting there watching you whenever you're like, oh man, I suck. What? No, what? No, you're awesome. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I suck. I can't do anything right. Well, dude, what are you talking about, dude? You just did that. You're awesome. I love you.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just as, like, as a parent, just think of it. As a parent, if you're a parent, if you would have hear your kids talk about themselves the way you talk about yourself or think about yourself, how much that would hurt you.
And then think about how much that hurts him.
Yeah.
And I know being in that state of mind, that kind of thinking can even set you into more depression.
It can.
I get that.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Because then you think you're letting them down, but you're not.
You know, you're not. And that's really why really the ultimate message of it is we don't really know or have a know-how of how to beat this. We can just tell you what we've tried and what is helping and what is working for me, you know? And yes, even my wife, Kimberly, I've noticed that since really COVID, you have developed kind of maybe like a slight depression or more. I notice you get more anxious now since COVID around the holidays. You know, before the holidays were more like, yeah, you're like, you know, you're doing your thing, you're in your whatever, you're this, you're that. You know, you got your decorations up everywhere, you got your lights. You're in heaven, you're in your heaven on earth. But since COVID, I've noticed that you're getting more anxious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, aren't we all though? Like, especially as parents during that time of year since COVID.
Yeah. Since COVID, and then with the supply chain shortages and everything, and you know, it feels like us as parents, like everybody. I mean, I'm sure everybody can attest to this, that it feels like these last like few years we've been working like harder.
Yeah.
The ones that have been working harder, and it's like and we have to just to keep up, and it's like we're having less, we're working harder, we're having less, and then we got birthdays and Christmases and everything coming up, and it's like, you know, 3 years of worrying about this shit like in a row. It's like, man, this is really, really starting to wear on the psyche.
Yes, it really does. It does start to wear on you, and it's like, um, it, you know, I don't know. Like, I think it's like being open and honest with our kids and letting them know, like,
yeah, there does need. I mean,
not like
I don't think like, yeah, I don't think
not like that,
like, because we don't like let our kids in on like that
stuff like that. But
we like one our youngest daughter, she did ask for a certain specific toy, and or not it wasn't even a toy, it was just it was a deal, it was like a little deal, because they're not even getting toys this year. This is like their first quote unquote big girl Christmas.
yeah, it's the sad one for mom. No toys,
no more toys. So this was like a thing, and like, you know, we told her like, hey, this is a little bit more expensive than like the average gift that we would get you and Sissy, you know? Yeah, we do a couple big ones from quote unquote Santa, you know, the big gifts, but then we try to keep it fair and reasonable and keep them getting around like the same price. And what she wanted, there wasn't anything her sister was going to have that she would have gotten. And we explained that to her, like, you know, like, hey, that's, you know, it's not really going to be fair, everything like that. And she was cool with it, you know? You know, she's like, okay. I was like, maybe we can do something. Maybe that can be something special we can get for you for your birthday. You know, thank God her birthday is just a couple months after Christmas. She loves it. I don't. My wallet's like, ooh, fuck. You know?
especially because the other one's a month before Christmas.
I know. It's like the month before Christmas, couple, and then you right after Christmas.
Yeah.
And then her right after you.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're all.
Then we get like a cool like 6-month break.
Yeah.
You know, it's like super dope. That's nice. But you know, we were just open with her and we talked, and she understood. And she understood, like, yeah, I can do something special like that for my birthday. Because we have to remember that kids want everything right now. Because that's the way ads and social media and TikTok and YouTube videos, that's the way all this shit is geared towards for these kids. is get it now, get it now, get it now. If you don't get it, you're a loser. You what? Why don't you have it? Why don't you have it? You need to get it now. You know, that's just
And
talk
that's
to
what
them.
also goes into kids' depressions nowadays too.
Yeah,
You know,
because they think like they're not cool because they don't
yeah,
have it like
yeah.
everybody else.
These
Because you're cool,
ads, like you
man.
had said, yeah, right.
You're cool. Just you is cool. You're cool, and I don't even know you
Right.
because you don't need all that stuff. And parents don't need to stress on getting all that stuff either for these holidays. Like, I know we both work our ass off all year, and I want to give my daughters the world on a platinum platter with diamond crust, like encrusted in diamonds just all across it.
They deserve it.
That's how I want to serve up my kids. But realistically, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. We ain't doing that. And I mean, it does suck because we do work hard, but we just, have to get back to those roots of God and realize that we don't need to give in to the material so much.
And that also, yes, exactly. We don't need to give in to the material stuff because even like it states in the Bible, we shouldn't be wanting like the materialistic things like that. What we should be wanting and should be desiring is Him and His
Exactly.
love, not these materialistic objects. And how does the quote go? I know it's not like materialistic things; it's about food, but need more to nourish yourself than food.
Are you talking about worrying about what you'll eat next?
Yeah, where it's yeah.
Yeah, like don't worry about your next meal, what you're gonna get next, how you're gonna this. The birds of the sky, don't worry about it. Are you not better than the birds in your Father's eye?
Yeah.
So they don't worry, so why are you?
Yeah.
So they're not sitting there worrying about who's got what cloak, who's got what shirt, who's got what pants, who's got what, hat. They don't care. So why do we? And that is that ego and that pride. They deal with like they delve from depression. It's babies or something. Probably spawned from it.
Yeah, it's his little minions that he sends out to get everyone.
Go get them.
Yeah, that's his little work hounds.
Yeah, it's like little like bloodhounds coming to sniff you out and rip you apart and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sucks, and then especially adults that are listening. I know some of you are looking at your 401ks and your savings and, what you were planning for retirement, and it's not looking too good right now. And that's super depressing, especially the ones that have been working their ass off for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking years, and they're getting ready to retire. They're like, yeah, I just want to keep, kind of like kick back and be with my family, and they're kind of getting fucked. So, I mean, that sucks, and that leads to depression.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I hate that it's so prevy and it's so just consuming in our world.
But I also hate the way that the world thinks that forces us to think the way that we do, which leads into the depression, where the world has to revolve around money. It has to revolve around greed. It has to revolve around the egos and the vanity and having to...
The image, the status.
Exactly. And it's like all the way the world has now shaped itself with all of that stuff has made it to where our depressions are amped up so much more because we have to compete. We have to be the best at everything at all times.
Mm-hmm. And it does. And it provides... All it does is provide a false reality that no one can sustain.
Yeah, because no one's living that life.
No. Because we see it on social media and we're like, man, that's got to be how it is all the time. And it's not. It's fake. It's all fake. It was all planned. It was all paid for. Everything was rented. That's not theirs either. They're probably going back to a shitty apartment too.
Yep. I know, you can just see that just from the little Twitter files that have been leaked. Like, things are not what they seem on the internet, guys. Don't believe what you see.
Not at all. It's funny too how people get like flabbergasted by it. They're like, I just can't believe it. But, like, you believe like movies are lying to you, right? Yeah. Why would you not think this other form of entertainment isn't lying to you?
Just because it's in a different box on the box that you're watching.
Right? Remember, it is played through the television program. Just say television program just over and over again until it starts making sense. It'll click, I promise. Even if you got to say it like 200 times, you'll be like, television program. Son of a bitch. That's, damn it. Roshi, come here.
Yep.
But I hope though that everybody is doing okay this holiday season, because it is crazy to think about that. Fuck, dude, like Christmas is in like 12 days.
Oh my.
That is fucking nutty.
Oh.
So we got to do our like last little bit of like sewing up, get our like few things, get the
Yep.
boxes to put stuff in.
Yep. This weekend we're gonna have to get all that done.
Yep. So that'll be dope. That'll be fun. I hope that everybody though is having a good Christmas, and really, if you are being a little depressed, it's setting in, the holiday blues. It happens. Please go to your closet and find Jesus. Please go to him. Please. Just go somewhere quiet, alone. Get down on your knees, lay down and pray. Pray. Just
let it all out. Cry. Yeah. Just let it out.
Let it go, man. You'll feel so much better.
Whenever you're sitting there, I just need to talk to somebody. What do you mean you need somebody to talk to? You have the best person to talk to at all times. All you have to do is pray. And he's there. I know you want someone to physically sit there and talk back to you.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice hearing words from another person back and forth.
It is.
And if you do ultimately need that, there are hotlines that you can call.
Yes.
There are websites and apps that use calling and texting. Just if you need that human or just like interaction with somebody, you need that interaction. Use that. But yeah, pray, because he's always there listening. No, he's not going to talk back to you like I'm talking back to you right now.
But it helps you work out some stuff.
Yes,
so it is kind of like you are talking to somebody. You're talking to yourself. You're helping yourself get through that. You're making yourself get stronger. And, it's going to make it to where whenever it happens again, you
know what to do.
Know what to do. You can do this.
You're more equipped.
Because you're strong enough. Each and every person that goes through a depression and you're sad and you're in that low, you are strong.
Yeah, you can pick yourself up you've done it many times. You've picked yourself up by your bootstraps before and you've gotten through it. You can do it again.
But just know you are not alone.
No, he's with you every step of the way.
And there are other people that do love you and that are there for you and that do care for you, even if you don't know them. They will be complete strangers sometimes, and they can become the most important person in your life.
Exactly.
You might not have found those people that take your life to that next place that you're looking for, but they're coming. Just reach out. Just find it. Just keep going. Don't give up.
The world is a big place. Some of us got to go really far to find that.
Yeah.
Some of us aren't blessed to have those right around the corner from us. Some of us got to go all the way across the water to find that.
Yeah.
But hey, that's your journey. And if that's your journey, it's beautiful. And you should accept it. That's that letting go and letting him take it.
Just don't ever give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Is all
I give up on yourself.
Like,
don't ever.
I know we want to rely on other people and we want someone to be there for us at all times. But ultimately, it's you.
Yep. It's just you and him. That's it.
The people around you can change.
All the time. That will always change, but you and him are going to always be that constant. And I know he can't come down here physically and be with you. You got to do that alone. You got to walk that physically here. You got to walk that. But he is here with you. He is in the spirit. He's always watching over you. And if you let him, he is always guiding you. He will try his best to help you stay away from that depression.
Yeah.
Because, like I was saying at the beginning, once I took him out of that box and I started holding myself accountable, And I started really opening my mind to like other thoughts, you know, like, yeah, this is awful that I do have to deal with this disease and everything like that. That is one of the things that I just truly do not enjoy in my life, that I have to deal with this disease. But for the ultimate good, all the data from my machines that I'm hooked up to, all the data from the blood that I give, and all the data from the doctor's visits and everything that they write down is all going to hopefully one day make it to where a kid 100 years from now is saying, man, I'm glad that we don't have type 1 diabetes anymore.
Yes, that's very true.
You know, because I don't understand ultimate good and ultimate evil. You know? And when I try to put God in that box, that's when that depression comes. So I don't know. Hopefully this can help people. I know depression sucks, and we all gotta try and deal with it our own way. You know, different strokes for different folks. For some people, going to a shrink or a head doctor and talking to them, that works better than talking to regular people because they feel more safe.
Yep.
Some people going to a priest and going to confession, it works. Some people getting on medication and just powering fucking through it and just getting through it. Like, that works.
You know, and I think go into your closet and you'll be able to find what works out of
Yeah.
all of those measures, all of those avenues that are out there to help you.
Yeah.
Finding what works best for you and what you ultimately.
Because that's what he's going to help you do.
Exactly.
He's gonna tell you the truth and let you know what you need. You'll come to that realization. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I do need to do that. And then do it. Act on it.
Yep. Because there is.
Actively combat your depression.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is a fight, like every day almost. You know, for the most part, I try to stay in a good mood. I try to be good, you know, but like I said, I'm not going to lie. I do hit my days where I'll get depression. And then sometimes it will really hit me. And that sucks. But we can't give up, and we got to keep trying. We got to keep being together. And just know that you are not alone, and there are people out there that care about you.
That absolutely love you.
That absolutely do, and want to see you. They want to see you stand on your pedestal, tall, with your chest puffed, winning. They want to see that. There are people out there that want that for you. Even if you've never met them yet, they want it. So you got to find them. You got to actively combat the depression, man. It's hard, and I know it sucks. And whenever we're like that, we're down in the dumps, and we want to feel sorry for ourselves. But we can't do that. We got to pull those bootstraps up, stand up, and tell it to kick fucking rocks. But I think that's going to do it for the show tonight. I think we had a pretty good one. I hope that everybody was able to take something from this, and I hope that my jabroni stories can help you out a little bit. And just know that we aren't going to judge you.
No.
Not at all. Your depression is your demon and your battle that you are going through. And like my father would do, I just want to help you. And I hope that all this helped everybody tonight. I know it helped me, so thank you everyone for listening, and thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a really good show. Thank you too, Kim, for giving your opinion, giving your sense as far as like a woman's side of it.
And really just being the spouse of someone who deals with a chronic depression.
Right. Yeah, I know it's hard, and I'm sorry for that.
Oh, but I love you, and I'm going to do it every single day.
I know. So, I love you too, baby. But I hope everybody liked the show. Demon, yes, I do want to play tomorrow. I am re-downloading, or I keep saying re-downloading. I have Modern Warfare 2 downloaded. I just uninstalled it so I could get some Fortnite content, and then I need to uninstall Fortnite so that I can run Modern Warfare 2, because I can either play like 5 games on my computer, including Fortnite, or I can play Modern Warfare 2. So I just gotta undo Fortnite tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna re-download MW2, make sure all my drivers and my graphics card and everything are up to date, set up the way they need to with the update and all that, and then we'll be good to go tomorrow, man. So probably same time, like 5 to pretty much like 5 to 7 Eastern time tomorrow. That'll be dope. So I'll see you then, dude. Just shoot me a DM, you know, shoot me a DM, and then if I don't respond, you see me on, just jump up my fucking lobby, dude. You know, you just jump in. I don't give a shit. So I'll see you tomorrow, Demon. Everybody that tuned in for the show, I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Thank you again for all the views, all the likes, all the interaction, all the comments. I love it. You guys are the best audience ever. We're seeing growth across all platforms, the YouTube, the Rumble, the Twitter, the Spotify. It's crazy, man. It's nuts. It's nuts seeing all this shit, and I'm truly humbled by it. Thank you all. I love you all so much. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas and the depression isn't setting in. And I hope that God blesses you with everything you want this season. I truly do. I truly do, because depression sucks. And I would just love to punch it in the fucking neck. With that being said, I will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time for the morning cast. It'll be a solo cast. The wife won't be joining me. We're going to go over some news, some breaking news, some other stories that I want to touch on, some crazy stuff. I hope that y'all will join me. Ring the bells, turn on the whatevers, do whatever you got to do. All right, that's enough like corporate shit. I love you guys. Get out of here. Go to bed. Brush your teeth. Drink your water. And most importantly, stay sexy. Just stay sexy, please. Just stay sexy. I love you.